everyone, to the home of the Wisconsin Badgers, Barry Alvarez Field at historic Camp Randall Stadium, where we are looking forward to a fantastic battle. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Badgers will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wildcats offense will be first on the attack. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Quick release by the QB. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Give to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
They'll give it to the back. Finding open areas. Turning on the Jets. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Wildcats are flying down the field. From the gun, running back gets to give. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
What you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick, the offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
And the Wildcats are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Badgers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
And here comes the offense on second down. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, out of space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Really good-looking run right there. He reminds me of one of the greatest Wisconsin players of all time, Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dane, who was a teammate of mine with the New York Giants, and he was so good at being patient and setting up blocks. This guy shows that patience as well. He really helps out the running game because he's not in a rush. He just takes his time and carves his way through.
There he goes. He's loose. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive this guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, why have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down?
And the Badgers with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Fires to the big fella. He's there to make the stop, and the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Mason. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Off the play fake. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. It's a seam wide open. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man on the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Moving past the 25. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Ran through the contact. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Edwards. That's caught. It's Anthony. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold on.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Badgers decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Pulls it in at the 25. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense working from the pistol. He'll pull it on the read. It's a runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Man, these read options are so hard to diagnose, just like right there. He picks up a little chunk of yards, not a big chunk, but it's so easy when you run the read options.
Why is that? Why is it easy?
Because if you want to play fast to the football, well then fine, I'm going to pull the ball right now, and to use your aggressiveness against you. But if you want to sit back, then fine, I'm going to give the ball right now and get a little chunk yards.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of points.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
Powers through the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Going with the counter play here. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give on the inside. Breaks the tackle. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. Hold on. Can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Right on the money. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Pulls and throws off the RPO. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football instead. They throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. Looking to throw. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Dropping back, it's Edwards. Caught over the middle, it's Anthony. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. The give to the tailback. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Under fire. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Lofts one high and deep. It's a big stride inside the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Timeout called by the defense is their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they've moved closer and closer, and still they need 2 yards, 3rd and goal. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Badger! Quick strike through the air for the score.
A nice job by the quarterback, hanging in the pocket, hanging in there. He knew he was going to take a lick. He took the lick, delivered a strike, and got the score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And look, defenses obviously have to play man coverage in different situations of the game, but you got to wonder if this defense wants to keep playing man after giving up that big play.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Wide open downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Makes the grab.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's head back to a great scene there in Camp Randall.
Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
And the Badgers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Badgers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too, to try to get him going there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end. You're expecting them to punt.
They boot it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. They'll go to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's got it on the right. Turns it on in midfield. All kinds of room to the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Leaves it with the back. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Buys a little time with his feet. Crosses the 35. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the 1st down. Now you got to keep it going.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the ground with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Got a little space. There he goes. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles and got him on the ground.
And the Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw. It's Edwards. Fires to the middle. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
With the catch, it's Barry Johnson. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Rushes on him. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And how about the inside linebacker flying through there? You see those guys come up, and you see how fast they can come up and fit the run. But how about blitzing the quarterback, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Jukes his way for more. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get third and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect third down and long execution by this defense.
He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Power football with the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Hey, coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Makes the catch at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. It's complete to the right. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Snagged out of the air.
This is the moment for this offense to put the drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to swing it on second down. Gets it out quickly. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. No chance to run, but still a good game.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
They'll run the screen. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Great job in coverage by the defense. He just had nowhere to go with the ball.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers. I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
He'll keep it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Dropping back, it's Edwards. The throw. Firing to the right, complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The give to the lone running back. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds.
Touchdown, Badger! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The run from the shotgun. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Working that left side now. Wide open spaces. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making...
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The receiver on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's almost as if the defense knew that jet sweep was coming. Great job getting penetration at the point of attack, and they were in the backfield, nowhere for the receiver to go.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Looking for a man, it's Edwards. Quickly to the tight end. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
And here comes the field goal unit. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. The RPO, it's complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
So now it's 2nd and long. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got his man. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.